Splish Splat, written by Alexis Domney, illustrated by Alice Crawford. Colin has his own bedroom. It was a very nice room, but there was one problem. The walls were hideous. Yellow. Colin felt like he was sleeping in an egg yolk. It was giving him nightmares. Colin's mom, Betty, told him he could have his own room painted. And just to make sure it was all done perfectly, she decided to hire real painters to do the job. She called a painting company. The man on the phone gave her 2 phone numbers and told her to call the message relay number first. Message relay? Betty was confused. The painters I'm recommending are deaf, said the man. Put the call through message relay and then ask for Heather. Betty followed the instructions and soon made an appointment with Heather. The next day, 2 painters came to the house. They introduced themselves. "Hi," signed Heather. She pulled out her notebook and wrote, "I'm Heather, and she's Molly." Then she pointed to each of them. "You're Betty, right? And this must be Colin." Betty and Colin nodded and took the woman upstairs to see Colin's yellow nightmare. Colin and Betty had already been thinking of colors. They had sample paint chips taped to one of the yellow walls. Colin looked at the painters and said, "I want navy blue." Betty gestured and pointed, added, "And please do the trim and ceiling in white. That would look nice." Heather watched her face and gestures and wrote, "No problem. We'll go get the paint and start right away." They were back in a flash and started to unload their van. Colin watched them bring in ladders and brushes and rollers and big sheets of plastic to protect the floors and furniture. This could be fun, he thought. Betty could read Colin's mind. "You come with me, young man," she said, steering Colin into the kitchen so the painters could get to work. Molly and Heather started to paint. First the white ceiling, then the navy blue walls. It was looking good, they thought, but it was getting late. Luckily, there was just the white trim left to do, and then no more egg yolk. They'd be finished. Heather and Molly dipped their brushes into the white paint. Splish splat, they painted and chatted and chatted and painted furiously. When they were done, they put their tools and rolled downstairs to tell Betty and Colin they were finished. Everyone ran back upstairs to see the room. Betty's mouth fell open. Heather covered her face with her hands. Molly turned fire engine red. Callan just stared and stared. The walls were navy blue, all right, but there were white splish splats all over them. What happened? Betty asked, gesturing. The painters looked at each other. We were chatting and singing with our brushes in our hands. And I guess the paint flew off and splotched the walls, Heather wrote. She looked very upset and was about to write more when Callan stepped in the middle of the room, threw his arms up in the air, and yelled, "Wait! This is my room, and I like it. No more nightmare for me. This is a room I can dream in." Everyone stared. Everyone started to grin. And while Betty paid Heather and Molly a heap of dollars for the creative job they have done, Colin ran out to tell his friends about his polka dot dream room and his new friends, the painters. Some of the ASL signs used in the book: cute, funny, me, color, thinking white, meet, near, you, and thank you. The end.